Hello, hello, Karla Michelle. Okay, I just read your comment. I thought it was pretty interesting, so I decided to make a video so I can express myself better instead of just text. You mentioned that, okay, yeah, you can draw simple cartoons like Billy and Mandy or Powerpuff Girls, Hello Kitty, etc., right? But then you see that sometimes you see more realistic drawings, and instead of feeling encouraged, you feel discouraged because you wonder if you'll ever be able to draw like them, right? And then you've been drawing cartoons all your life, but now trying to draw realistic, it's really difficult for you. Okay, if you haven't seen my TED Talk, I recommend you watch my TED Talk. In my TED Talk, I talk about, is this on screen? Yes. I talk about the smaller steps, right? So one of the things that you probably want to do is find the smaller steps of the skill you're trying to achieve, right? So from where you are right now to drawing realistic like those guys, probably they are like in this level where they can take really big steps. Boom, 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 right? For you, you can still do that, but you just have to go through smaller steps, right? In this case, it will be smaller stages, right? For example, before, this is a recommendation by Presha. She's the one who, let me actually show you. This is her work, right? This is her DeviantArt, and she does character design for video games, right? So she does pretty cool things. I love it. And one of the things she's teaching in our school is that before you start stylizing, it's better to be able to draw from real life, right? Spend a couple of months drawing from real life, like a real chair, a real human being. In the training we're doing, I'm gonna give you a challenge. In the training of the Drawing for Animation Masterclass, the beta, is one of the exercises, one of the challenges is do 1,000 drawings of anatomy. That is like 10 anatomy drawings. It can be from Croquis Cafe sessions, or you can go, there are free options. I'm gonna show you one, for example. This one, lineofaction.com. And in there you can go, for example, for figure drawing. That's the one I'm doing. And you can select all models or only nude or only covered, right? I'm gonna select nude, I'm gonna select female, and then it's going to be adult. And then all the same length. And let's say I want to do a 20-minute session or a 10-minute session. That would be 10 drawings, right? So I can just press here, and then all I have to do is draw what I see on the screen, and I have a timer on the top left. Maybe it's super small for you, but let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, look. That's the timer. After that time goes out, it changes. Or I can say, I don't like that pose. I can just click next, and it jumps to the next one, right? So let me zoom out so I can see. But this is pretty cool, right? And you can pause it, of course, etc. You can also press space. So one challenge that you could do is every single day for 100 days, you can set that goal, right? Or you can choose a lower one, right? 500, 10 drawings a day, and you do it for 100 days if you want 1,000 under your belt, or if you want to get like for 50 days, right? This is like 3 months. Around 3 months, right? So the thing is, probably you are expecting too much result from very low effort in the correct direction, right? So every time someone tells me, I don't know how to draw, I always ask, how many drawings of anatomy have you done? I don't know how to draw the face. Have you done 1,000 drawings of faces? I don't know how to animate a ball bouncing. Have you done 1,000 bouncing balls animations of different types? It's very simple. Just they say repetition is like the mother of skill, right? And I agree. And so probably the smaller step for you is to just show up every day. Probably this is this smaller step. Show up every day, right? And for that, you can pick something that takes you 10 minutes a day. This is realistic. A lot of people, no, go big or go home, right? That doesn't work in real life because life happens. We have so many things to do. There's school, or there's a job, or there's the spouse, there's the kids, there's your family or your parents if you're living with your parents. Lots of things go on. So at least you have to be able to put 10 minutes a day, right? And this is possible. So I guarantee you 100 days from now, if you do this, you're gonna start seeing results and understanding more and more, right? So Karla, Michelle, I recommend you take that challenge. Take this. And when you think you're not gonna be able to draw like others, I have no idea where you got that belief. That belief is pure bullshit. Don't believe it, honestly. Your brain can learn. This is from expert Dr. Daniel Amen. He has helped people with disabilities become more able to work in life, right? So even learning a talent is the same. He says, you're not stuck with the brain you have. You can develop it, always. You can change it. So if you don't have the skill now, it only means you just need to find the smaller steps, and then little by little, you start getting there, right? So if you already checked my TED Talk, check it again. Pay closer attention to this part. Probably all you need to do is find the smaller step. I'm betting that it's probably showing up every day, right? I'm guessing probably you show up every day for video games. So maybe you can just take 10 minutes off your video gaming and then draw for 10 minutes and then you go back, right? Probably. I don't know. So Karla, Michelle, that's my recommendation. Let me know what you think. Take care.